the question I asked is how many modes? See, in my question, I say when we connect to the second mode and third mode of each router. So second and third mode. All right. So even you see the answer is inside the question. It means the router has how many? The router has three modes. The router has three modes in its terminal. Three modes. Is that clear for everybody? The router has three modes. Now, I've helped you guys. What is the name of the first mode? 1 minute. 1 minute for each one. What is the name of the first mode? Guys, please participate. Participate, please. Participate. Just say what you know. What is the name of the first mode of the router? When I install it on VM environment, such as Proxmox, Nutanix, or something like that. Yeah, of course you can. If the most important, if actually, yeah, you install if within a virtual, within a what we call a hypervisor. Okay, a hypervisor. So you either as far as it is a hypervisor, you can use it. Actually, if you want, you go on EVNG. You go on the official website of EVNG, and then from there in the documentation you'll be able to see, you have all the information concerning where you can actually deploy your Eve, in which environment you can use it, is it compatible with. Okay. And even the system requirement, you have full details over there on the EVNG official website. Marcela, what is the first mode of a router? Marcela is going to tell me what he thinks. The first mode. Triono, what is the second mode? And then what else? What can I choose? What can I choose? William, what is the second? What is the third mode? So Marcela will tell me what is the first mode. Triono is going to tell me what is the second mode. And then William tell me what is the third mode. Yeah, mode router, mode. Yes, it is written here. See, that's what I said in my question. Mode. Mode of the router. How many modes of the router? What is the name of the first mode, the second mode, and the third mode? I'm waiting, guys. We're waiting. Okay, Marcela, thank you. Marcela says first mode is user execution mode. Thank you very much, Marcela. Thank you. So the first mode of a router is called user mode. Okay, it's called user mode. That is the first mode of a router. Marcela, thank you. You don't know. What is the second? What is the name of the second mode? Normally, these things, when you are studying CCNA in the beginning, when you get to basic configuration, these are the things you learn. Do you know what is the third mode? Ah, okay, okay, William. Okay, no problem, William. No problem, no problem. All right. See, guys, just do like William. If you don't know, just say you don't know it. I mean, if I'm asking you a question, if I ask you a question, at least answer me, whether you know it or not. Just tell me. If we all knew everything, we won't be here. So we came here because we want to learn or we want to revise something. So just guys, you guys should feel free. Second mode is yeah, Marcela, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the second mode is privilege mode. And then the third mode, the people are even still coming. People are late. Third mode is global configuration. Thank you very much, Linga. Yeah, thank you, Prazitu. Thank you very much as well. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. So in a nutshell, like they were saying, yeah, we have the router has three modes. Okay. The first mode of the router is called user mode. The second mode is called privilege mode, and the third mode is called configuration mode. You see, guys, these things they are really important. Whether you are CCNA certified, if you go for an interview, an employer is going to ask you just this question because you said you are CCNA certified, right? He's going to ask you. He can just ask you how many modes do we have in a router. You see, these are questions, interview questions. Huh? These are interview questions that I'm going to ask you. And if you're able to answer, they will tell you, like I just did, tell me the name of the different modes. And they will even go. I mean, if it's someone like me, because sometimes when people sometimes when people want to do interview, okay, they like to call as well CCIs. Sometimes they like to call CCI guys just to come and do the interview. Okay. So if you are meeting someone like me who like details, I'm going to be asking you questions. If you're able to, I mean, the more you answer, the more deeper I'll go. Just to see how technical you are. And this is really important. So I'll still ask you, okay, what is the first, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to make the discussion long. What is the normally each mode has an importance. That is why it is really important to be able to know them. When in the user mode, what are the things you can do, for example? Okay, which privilege can you have as a network engineer? What can you do on the router if you're on the user mode? Because the user mode, there are some things you can do. The privilege mode, there are some things you can do. The configuration mode, there are some things you can do. Actually, when you get to the global configuration mode, you can do everything on the router. You can modify everything you want. So it means in the terms when it comes to security, it's really important for you as a network engineer to make sure that you have security measures before people can get to the configuration mode. Because the third mode is where you have full privilege on the router. And as a network engineer, that is where you have to get to so that you can do everything you want to do, all the configuration you want to do, all the deployment. That's where you have to be. You see? So it's really important. And by the way, when I'm going to implement this solution, you guys will see that we'll go to the third mode because that is where we can do configurations. So it is really, really important to know these things. Yeah. Actually, see the third mode. I mean, in the when you have access to the the terminal, it's called global configuration mode. You even see it. So it's not wrong. Global configuration or configuration mode is the same thing. Okay. Yeah, it's correct. So it's correct what you're saying. Global config or config mode. Some people say global config, some people say config mode. It's all the same. It's correct. Okay, so now let's go and implement it. So we are saying that we should be able to observe their hostname as similar as this. So now I will go to my lab. So I'll go to router 1, and as I will go to each mode, I will make you guys know that this is the first. So this is the terminal of the router. This is the first terminal. This is the terminal. And now when you press enter, You see this, when you guys see, anytime you guys see this sign greater than this one, when you guys see this one, it means you are in user mode of the router. So this is user mode. Okay, and now when you want to move from user mode to privilege mode, you do enable, and when you press enter, when you see dash, when you see this, it means you are in the privilege mode. So this is the second mode in order. And now if you want to get to the other mode, configuration mode, the third mode, you do configure terminal. So you guys see, it does now change. You see, enter configuration command. So you see, this third mode, that is where a network engineer's life is going to be. That is where you apply everything you want to do on a router, everything you want to do. So this mode is really important. So that means, like I was saying earlier on, if anybody has access, if there is no security, before you can have access to the route, to the configuration mode, then it means anybody who is able to connect your router can go and modify something, and it's dangerous. So that's why it's important to know the differences of each mode and how now you can secure them so that not anybody can have access, especially to the third mode. Yeah, thank you, Prazitio. So in order to apply that command, we are going to do hostname. The command is going to be hostname. So hostname. And then when I do hostname, then when I put question mark, now I can put the word I want to put. This system's network name. Okay, so normally, in a company, okay, you see, guys, see, this is the name. The name by default that we are seeing is router, but we want to change this name so that we can see, so that we want to customize the name so that it is the name of the company, to say that these are the devices of ETE's branch. Okay, so as per the question, the example that I put there is ETE. It should be in this format: ETE dash hyphen branch hyphen router 1. So now let's implement that. So it means ETE hyphen branch hyphen how did I even put it? Is in capital letter? Okay, router 1. Yeah, router. So because I'm on router 1, I'll just put router 1 like this. You see, now look at it. You see the name has changed. So when we connect now to the terminal, we see ETE branch router 1. So I will do save. So now let me exit again. Let me exit. So you see, when I connect now, when I connect now to the terminal, you guys see that now what we are seeing is ETE having branch router 1. This is good. That's what the client wanted. Okay. And when I press enable, when I'm in the second mode, I'm seeing that. And when I move to the third mode, I'm still seeing it. So then you have successfully answered the question.